welcome back to another episode of the Please Do Tell podcast. I'm your homegirl, Ronnika, and per usual, I'm here with...
Come on now, give me more energy than that. We back. It's another episode with us. You know I'm ready. It is me, Jeffrey J.E. I ain't even finna spell it. Let's just keep it moving. I've been here. We're almost in double digits of episodes now, so let's keep it moving. But Jeffrey is here today.
Live and in living color.
Come on now, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
You
Energy,
can do
baby.
what you wanna do in living color.
Look, the crazy part about it, before we jump in, I just spazzed out for like 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, to be honest. I couldn't find my phone. It was this craziest thing, like, we're not even talking about it on today's episode or whatever, but to lose your phone, sometimes you can lose your mind very quickly. When the last time you lost your phone?
I lost my work phone during the week that I was on call, so we have crisis call, we rotate, and of course I lost mine the first day. Where was it?
Sound like to me you wasn't looking for a crisis.
Definitely wasn't looking for a crisis. Don't want no crisis to happen. But day one, I'm like, where is that phone? Because I would turn it off. We rotate. Well, because it's a small staff, we rotate every 5 weeks, and so clearly I lose my phone every 5 weeks.
No. You one of them people at work. Easy does it, and we don't want you to come back.
Anyway, so I just decided that I don't need a work phone and a personal phone. Let's just...
You put them together?
Yeah.
No thanks. No thanks. They've done a lot of work. Just for, to be honest with you, one of those things that you always say about your personal space, I think for you to lock them together, that's not personal space.
Okay.
Like we have to dive down on that. Maybe that's when it gets a little colder outside or something. We learn, because then you gotta because it's summer now, you want people around, blah blah blah. But when it get winter, you only want a few cuddlies. You know what I mean? So let's go.
Okay. So
you gotta learn. You can't have all those that's mixing and blending. No, because you're different people for different spaces.
Because how many group chats am I in?
I don't know. I'm only in.
I know you're anti. I know.
Yeah, I'm only in 2. Yeah, I'm in 2, and I pay a membership for both. So no. Yeah, I don't do the
Anyways, you all, welcome back. It's reunion season, baby.
Yes, it is.
I saw, and I don't know if we talked about this last week, but I did see a meme that was going around saying that there was a decline in family reunions because a lot of our elders are dying and no one is passing that torch. But I can say that myself and my younger cousins, we all planned a weekend-long, which we said we'll never do that again, a weekend-long family reunion back in 22. It was just too much. Back in 22, and then we're going to be having one again in Ben Harbor. So we're rotating between Detroit and Ben Harbor. So we're going to have a Ben Harbor one-dayer.
East side, west side of the state?
I don't know. We just meet at Belle Isle. We meet at Belle Isle. Yeah, no, but...
Yeah.
No. So, but yes, you all, it is reunion season. Are you all planning one? Are you attending one? I was invited to actually be the photographer for one in August, so I'm excited about that, because that's going to be a little bit more...
What state?
It's going to be in Michigan. It's going to be down the street.
Got you. You don't want to leak nobody's business just in case somebody want to crash somebody. Yeah.
Correct.
It's just in Michigan. We know where it's at, but we don't need to know.
Down the street could be Chicago. Down the street could be South Bend. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Yes, I'm going to be a part of that, and I'm going to get some family history for that family that day as well. So I'm excited about that because y'all know I love family history.
Well, that's how we know where we're going. You know, actually, it's funny that you mention it. When we talk about family reunions, you know, initially, I just came back from going through like storage and memories over the last maybe like a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
of doing some work like of my family stuff, and it's like generations. And what I mean by generations, as in I'm seeing things in there like my great grandfather's discharge papers from the military in 1925. You know, just like that is his discharge paper from serving in World War I. His
Yes.
discharge papers, you
Oh
know, like,
man, this ball.
you know, that for my family is, you know, priceless. So,
Yeah.
um, it's important to get those stories, and then learning from another side of the family, because you know, uh, um, of just seeing your matriculation from the south to the north,
The
and
Great
how
Migration. Ugh.
yeah, the Great Migration for, you know, my personal family. Because we can read it, you know, and have our own experience and learn and know. But to know that it was, you know, great grandfather that did this, that came, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
was a lot to take on, but you grab your memories along the way when you say that
Mm-hmm.
about, you know, the family reunions. But, you know, what kind of throws me off too is the consciousness of black people making a transition from picnic to cookout. And
Oh.
what I mean by that is, and we'll drill in a little bit because people are probably like, well, what do you mean picnic to, you know, cookout? Well, what I've seen in my time, like I would say over the last 10 years, I hear more black people say, I'm going to a cookout, it's a cookout, it's a
Mm-hmm.
cookout, it's a
Mm-hmm.
cookout.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember growing up, it's a picnic, it's a picnic, it's a picnic. But then I remember, as in, like, you know, formerly being, you know, going to school and learning that, you know, picnic and pickaninny, you know, that aspect, because that's what they would call young girls, you
Mm-hmm.
know, young enslaved girls was pickaninnies. And then that's how the whole, you know, term with picnic. So from that standpoint, I like the cultural transition when it comes to the next generation, because if I even start with the P word, you know, people are like, it's a cookout.
No, no,
It's a cookout
no.
for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
have you seen that?
I have. I think one of the first people that I heard, or maybe try to correct us from using picnic, was Mr. Pearson. And just kind of getting the background and being educated on the history of that as well. But I mean, even when we talk about when we're getting together, we're having a cookout. This is our family cookout. This is our Friendsgiving. Like we're I feel like we're really reshaping that narrative, or changing it in a whole lot of ways, that it's like, no, we're not gonna have a negative connotation to what we see as joy and celebration. So I am definitely, and then I was also thinking, like, while you were talking, is even with um like work, because I will remember my dad saying, oh, the company picnic. I don't even hear that anymore. Or
Yeah,
even corporations,
it's
I
a
feel like they
shift.
changed it too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
shift.
yeah.
Like, and it happened. I'm gonna say since like 2014.
Yeah, it
In the
hasn't been
last
long.
10 years.
Yeah,
It has
yeah,
not been
yeah,
long. So when
yeah.
I see myself mentioning it and seeing others kind of like, it was like a cringe, you know, like, oh, I'm going to pull out it was just as dramatic as like in the 60s and 70s where you couldn't smoke in the workplace anymore. It was just that dramatic because it was kind of like, wow, like
Mhm,
people are very conscious
mhm.
about, you know, what they're saying. You know, so I
Yeah,
was more appreciative, you know, specifically when it came to, you know, black people. Because,
yeah,
you know, a lot of times if you don't know, then you don't know. But it was a good thing of, you know, being reinforced that, hey, let me better myself too. Because, you know,
mhm.
just because you know don't mean that you know it all.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Hello, hello. So we're gonna go into our first segment of many. My most unforgettable family reunion. Can you think of one.
Are you? Is it my turn first or yours?
I mean, why it's always gotta be my turn? Is it my turn?
Well,
Um,
I always, give you the forefront. You know.
you can totally go first.
Okay, I
Because I
will go
feel like,
first then. I
okay,
will.
okay.
I'll jump in. No, actually, to be honest with you, the first time I remember a family reunion, like I have this whole, my last name is Booker, so we have this whole epic atmosphere of what it is, to actually, be, a Booker, which is funny because, um, what is it? Booking.com has this whole thing about how to be a booker. If you get a chance, they didn't sell it to me, but that is us. That's it. If you get a chance, just check it out. But
Where is it?
just Google
Okay.
Booking.com being a booker. It's funny.
Being a booker.
Yeah, it's
Not a
classic.
booger, but a booker.
Now, you see if you are visually able to see, you see how my emotions came down. I've been dealing with that. Nah, but no,
Yes, yes.
kids can be kids. So I've been
Yeah,
dealing
they
with that
can.
one since preschool. Since
Yep.
preschool, when you first meet new kids, because all the kids before they were all bookers. After that, I met Williams and things. You know what I mean? So, but no, what I learned is from my family, specifically my grandfather. My grandfather's a twin.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden now your grandfather's a twin. Even though my grandfather passed before I was born, there's this epic, because black people can tell these stories, but then you get an opportunity to kind of read upon those stories about what has
Mm-hmm.
happened along the way. But as a kid, you got an opportunity to understand about your family. Well, I think in somewhere 1996, they had a family reunion, but it was back in my family's roots, which is Hammond, Louisiana. So obviously, during that period of time, a little kid can't go, finances, come on now. If you know, you
You
know.
know.
We couldn't go.
Yeah.
So there was
Yeah.
no mo. I
Yeah.
ain't trying to rhyme, but it was a no go.
Mm.
But it just so happened that after family get together, that even that wasn't there, they thought about us that couldn't make it, so they transitioned and made the 2 year. At that point, every 2 years they transitioned it from Louisiana to Michigan, and during that period of
Yeah.
time living in Michigan, I had an opportunity to go to that family reunion. Actually, during this last time of going through the storage, and I may have it again in the next 3 weeks, and I'll show it and wear it. I found an actual family T-shirt, the family reunion T-shirt from 1998. I found my mom's, my grandmother, great grand, all those shirts. Um, but yeah, that was probably the greatest one. It gave me an opportunity to see, because I was raised um, with my mom, but it's from the grandmother's standpoint. But this is like my mom, but this is the grandfather's standpoint. So I got a chance to see a whole different, like a southern aspect of my family. Shout out to Ranella, because she knows. If you know, you know. And that's the greatest one. I can talk about it.
Yeah.
We had on black shirt, gold. It was great because it was like, oh, that's your grandfather's baby sister. It was like I never met my grandfather, and that's his baby sister. Like
Yeah.
wow, like that
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the respect that they had for my grandmother, which was my grandfather's, a widow, but my grandfather passed away in '79, and here it was '98, and they still respecting her on the same level, which is 20 years later. So it was
Mm.
amazing. Yeah, it was amazing. Yep.
I love that.
My bad. I took up too much time.
No, it's just fine. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Um, so for me, it would be the family reunion of 1999. And I remember we hosted it in Ben Harbor, Michigan. And that was also the first time that I can remember meeting my great grandfather. which is
Oh
my
wow.
mom's dad. And I remember, I was a young person then. I remember looking like, because he could pass. This is the man that is the son of a slave owner.
Mm.
And he was, at the time, I think he had just turned 90 and still in his right mind, just really happy to be in the atmosphere with this is his lineage, this is his legacy that he's surrounded by.
With
I
so much
believe
knowledge.
so much. His second wife was still, my grandmother is a part of, I think it's funny because I was thinking about it earlier today, is that um, both of my great grandparents had two sets of families. So whether if the first wife became an ancestor or they just decided to go their separate ways, but both of them had two families. So my great grandmother, my maternal great grandmother, she died when my grandmother was 12, and so they had their stepmother and all of that. But it was, I can remember a cousin who is now also an ancestor as well. I remember him standing in the room of well, we were in the basement of my Uncle Bob's church, which is my Aunt Joyce, one of my grandmother's youngest sisters. Youngest, I think. Yeah, youngest of the first set, her youngest sister. And this cousin is running. And that's what I love to say, like, what's in your tree? Who's on your tree? Run your tree. He was able to document our family history all the way, like during slavery, before slavery. He went all the way back because my great granddad was able to give that information of, like, this is my dad's name, this is my mother's name, this was my grandparents' name, this is my great grandparents' name, this is where we come from. So then we were able to, as a young person, I'm in that room like, oh my God, I know where I come from. But hearing that story of where I come from on that side, of course, I wanted to be the same on my dad's side as well. And I think that's why I've always ran in that direction of, well, who am I? Who is this? Who am I? Who is this other half? Who, the other half of my family? Who are these people? And I can remember my great granddad, just, laughing, taking pictures, all of that. And I feel like a month later he was gone.
Mm.
Like that was the lasting memory for him. That was one of his final memories, is that we had that family reunion. And then I feel like it was maybe a month later he was gone. But that was such a memorable experience because that was the only great grandfather I've ever met.
Wow.
Yeah, the others were deceased before I was even thought of. So, but yeah, so it was cool to be in that room to get that history from that cousin, but also to be able to say like, "Oh my gosh, I know
I know.
who yeah, I know. Like I'm looking at him right now
Yeah,
and
I know.
man, I mean
Damn.
a beautiful man. He would kind of put you in the maybe like a Smokey Robinson.
Oh
He kind
wow.
of looked like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And look, it's you said that was your great grandfather, right?
My great grandfather.
Great grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So look, I had to think. I was trying to see, like, if I had an opportunity. I did, but it was on my. It was from my maternal. I met my great grandmother. Um.
Yes. Yeah, I remember yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I met her. And actually, you never know, because she actually taught me. She was going through dementia, blah blah blah, and I don't want to run over it, but I don't want to take up too much time, so I don't want to be disrespectful. But she had dementia. But during that period of time, she came and stayed with us from I was like 10 to 12, and she taught me Catholicism along the
Mm.
way. Like it was like little things that she taught me like
Yes.
along the way.
Yeah.
Like what is this, And then here it is 30 years later, and when I'm around, because my great grandmother was French and Jamaican, along with being black. So now when I'm around people that are from the islands, they automatic, and growing up, we didn't really have a lot of people from the islands.
Yes, yes,
So now
yes.
being around people from the islands, they're like, "Are you?" And then I always like, "Nah, blah
Yes.
blah blah." But
Yes.
then when you drill down, you think, and I was like, like her father was French and German. You know, like I remember the stories that she told. So yeah, those as we go back to us,
Go back.
storytelling is important. So you got to
Yeah.
tell those kids like along the way, because here it was. I got this in the late '80s. This information, and boy, is it impacting us. In today's society in 2025.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's funny that you even say that too, is that because for a period of time, not sure if people really get into it now, but the Dominican blowouts. So there was these shops that would the it was well known, like they're gonna get the hot dryer, the roller brush. Your hair was going to be swinging in the wind after you come out of a Dominican shop. And I remember my sister said that she went to one. I feel like it was in Grand Rapids somewhere, I think. And as soon as she walked in, they were like, "So you getting a family discount?" She was like, "What?" They say you look Dominican. And she's like, "Nah." But not knowing different branches in your tree, it's
Hmm.
like, okay, now I want to know, like, what do they see? Even when I went to South Carolina, I was like, what are these people seeing that they're like, you sure your roots ain't from here?
Hmm.
Like, what are these people seeing? So I think that even intrigued me to know more about my family history, because I'm like, what are they seeing that I'm not? And then once I see it, I'm like, oh, okay, okay,
Absolutely. Yeah.
all right.
Making it make sense, as in, I mean, I live in look, we live in a country, the greatest melting pot, but they say the epicenter is where I'm at. So you have so many people, but not even understanding and learning or knowing their cultural roots. And what I mean by
Mm-hmm.
cultural roots is in the transatlantic slave trade. Where you
Mm-hmm.
have people, like I'm not from their culture, but you have Dominicans and Puerto Ricans that have two different, perspectives on life. Saying, oh, specifically, yeah, I don't want to get into it because, that's a whole nother episode, you know, um,
Yeah.
but definitely chime in the comments. Y'all want to talk about it because we
Mm-hmm.
definitely have an opinion on it. But yeah, let's drive back down into the family reunions.
Okay, all right.
Because if
Because
not,
I was ready to go there
I'll
with
go
you. I
on
was
a little
like,
tangent. I'll
even
go on
thinking
a tangent.
about people that we can bring on. I was like, okay, okay, all right. Because just that one segment alone,
Correct. Correct.
yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go into so that listen, whatever you do, even if it's like small gatherings, even after being in California a couple weekends ago, it's if you have to have that Zoom call to connect with family, to get family, do something. If it's not a cookout where you're traveling, do something virtually. Just make sure that those stories do not die.
Well, I
Okay.
just chiming. Look, my aunt she just came and visited me, and just getting some of the things. Then I just had to I was like, you know what? Like, our thing is like we like to cook and hang out. Like, that's just kind of like been our thing for years. And
Mhm.
if you've been around us, you've had some of that great food, you've had some of that great time. Like, that's our thing.
Yeah.
But it took 40 years for us to understand that's our thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so the next one is the unwritten rules of Black cookouts and reunions. So this time we're going to go back and forth, and we're going to list some rules that everyone knows, but no one says out loud. And of course, and
I'm a
definitely in
rule
this
breaker.
segment, huh?
I'm a rule breaker.
I know all the time.
No,
If you
what I
don't
mean
know,
is,
now you
I
know.
wanted to break the rule a little bit on this little segment once
Okay.
you said that. Because I went to this cool um training. And for people that do not know, like, as they say, 9 to 5, but I call it a lifestyle. I work in foster care. And so when we're talking about reunions and cookouts, a lot of times, a lot of our foster care youth don't ever get
Mhm.
this. You
Mhm.
understand? And you never know who is and who isn't. Because just going back to the 50s and 60s, we were, and this is segment, I want to make the segment to my work, as in my, here in the state of New York, if you were deemed and um more than likely the numbers were greater for people of color, and I like to drill down black people, Spanish people. They were more into the system. If you had an issue that was going on, they would take your kids away, things of that nature. So they don't have that same, aspect. So
Yeah.
I just want to give a little, as in I understand, you understand. We work with kids. We've been working with kids, for years. Actually, I just looked at it, my 18th anniversary just popped up. We're working with kids, but um, I know a lot of times they don't have those traditions to pass down. So it's important to start them no matter. I know a lot of times we talk about years beyond. Start your family traditions because it is your family. I got a dog. That is my family. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to, just throw it out there,
Yeah.
because we got a lot of viewers, and I knew it was going to throw a loop, because we didn't even talk about this in the pre-briefing or anything, because it actually just hit me today, of like hearing that story of how they would ship kids from the state of New York and ship them throughout the country because they were deemed like not good enough. Even though we talk about family reunions, and now what I've seen since then, where we do more of this. You know what I mean? So that's how all of a sudden we get extended family. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't miss out on our family that didn't get that extension.
Yeah.
I just want to let them know we thinking about them too.
Absolutely. So, with you saying that, I want to say that one of our rules for any family reunion is either, even if it's a reunion, family reunion, cookout, even a repass, is my grandmother has this rule of we feed everybody.
Correct. Correct.
I don't care
It's a
who's walking
community.
up.
That's right.
Like, I don't care. I remember she cussed. This woman is still living, so I won't say
Not
her name.
cuss.
She cussed her out at her twin sister's repast because this woman tried to turn away a homeless man. She was like,
We don't do that.
it was like you could hear a pin drop when she got to yelling back there. She said, "We feed everybody." I said, all heads was like, yeah. And that woman was shamed. She packed up her little plate and she left. But she
Let it
said, "No,
go.
we feed everybody."
Yep.
That is a rule. I don't care if someone comes up asking for, you feed them. We have
Correct.
enough.
Yep.
And I think that's such a beautiful thing because even like in my own work and when we're able to feed the people that are engaging with us, it's like, no, we feed everybody. I don't care
Correct.
if it was someone that didn't share their story, didn't they were they came out.
They
You
were
gonna feed
around.
them. You gonna feed them.
Yeah, they were around.
So that's a rule. You gonna feed everybody. I don't care if this person is coming from the other side of the park. You smell something? Okay, come over here and get a plate. We got enough. We got enough. And I feel like I don't know if that's just a cultural thing or just a family thing, but I just know that's one of our rules is we feed everybody.
So it's my turn. After that's
Mhm.
your rule, is y'all feed everybody?
We feed everybody.
All right. Well, I say we feed everybody 80 to 90% of the time, because every family is, and this is a good time where you get a back and forth. Because I mean, like at a repast, that's different. But just walk up on that's different.
At
So
a
I would
picnic?
say,
Why can't you just okay, go ahead, go ahead.
so my thing is this, and this will give you that 10 to 20% that we ain't feeding you. Our thing is you speak to everybody. If you come in here, you ain't got shit in your hand, and y'all heard me, because that's what the elders would say.
That is true.
So if you don't have anything in your hand, then no, you can't eat. Especially if you didn't speak to anybody. Like, come on now. No, we don't do that at all. So you don't have no manners. Like at
Mm.
all. And then you want a handout too? No, 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 no.
Mm.
Oh, somebody, look, you may get a plate, but you earn that plate from that 10 or 15 minutes of that tongue lashing that you're going to get from many or one. But it's going to feel like many. So mine would be you got to speak to everybody in our family. You damn sure better speak to everybody.
You better greet everybody. And if you're greeting, especially them elders, you better put a handle on it.
Miss
Hey, Miss Betty.
or Mrs. Cause I ain't got this. Now the thing is here, they gonna confuse you. I've been confused intentionally by the Miss and Mrs. You know, cause they want to mess with you to see if you're genuine.
Who wearing that ring and who ain't, but it's still, you better put a handle on it. Even
Correct.
when you're addressing envelopes, it's my grandma be like, "Yeah, I ain't open that because there wasn't a handle on it." Oh. But it was an invite to some. Nope, it just said Betty. It didn't say Miss Betty. It didn't say Mrs. Betty. It just said Betty. And when you don't put a handle on it, I ain't got
Then
nothing for you.
it ain't for me. And it's crazy. It's crazy because in working with young people, they can come and say, "Hey, Jeffrey, because look, I remember hearing the elders and only the generation above, because the elders didn't play that. They ignored you. But the ones that were just a generation above you, they'd be like, I didn't sleep with you. So you can't even talk to me like that.
I remember that one.
You can't I didn't sleep with you.
I
So
didn't
you
sleep with
can't
you
talk to
last
me like
night.
that. Correct.
I
Correct.
definitely heard my grandma say that.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. That's a good one. Okay. Are you ready for the soundtracks?
Actually, I got one more.
Oh, he got one more.
I got one more. One more. And it's
One
the
more.
ultimate, because it's not just a cookout. It's a black people thing. Wash your damn hands.
Oh!
If you're not talking about washing your hands, you're not talking about going in nobody's refrigerator. Shit, you damn know you almost can't even go into the bedroom. You gotta wash your hands. I don't know who you touched and this and that. So yeah, wash your damn hands.
Oh no. That's a good.
Come on now. You
Oh.
already know. Look, you've been called out.
Woof.
I was called out at 24. Yeah, they on you about them hands. Yeah, clean them. Yeah, I don't know where your hands been. My grandma told me one time. I love saying, I got to come up with a word for it, but I love saying her little old euphemism. She be like, I don't know, you been playing with worms or what?
Oh. But she missed
Worms
something
come from
else.
dirt. I don't know what you've been playing with.
She
Like, you
missed
better go
something
on.
else.
Yep, that's old people stuff. That. So yeah, that's my last one. That's my last one. That's my
Okay.
last.
I mean, that was a good one. I'll tell the "Did you get blood on my ham" story at another time.
You said what?
Did you get blood on my ham at another time? So
Uh
I'll save that for Thanksgiving.
uh.
For the Thanksgiving episode. Okay, y'all. Soundtracks and sides. What makes it a real reunion?
Well,
Go ahead.
no, you go. You go. I'm
Oh,
listening.
because listen, there's no reunion without, especially because I just stated that I have family in both, well, I have plenty of family in Detroit. I have plenty of family in Chicago. So are we stepping or are we ballrooming? What are we doing? So we're doing all the above. So it's all going down at this family reunion. So it's got to be some wobble. It's got to be some Cupid shuffle. Like that has to be in there, and there has to be an uncle that has had probably way too many beers that's being really wild on the dance floor, and it's great. Like he didn't got into this wobble because he is 4 beers in, and I love to observe that and then just kind of get behind that and watch it, because when he swings to go to the next, the next side, you have to make sure that there's enough clearance so he doesn't swing and hit you. But there is video of said uncle doing this, so I just want to put that out there. If I can think about a dish, um, you know, and I'm gonna mess with her about this when I see her too. My Aunt Barbie. My Aunt Barbie loves to make pasta salad, but
Aha!
to make a pasta salad without, and I'm calling out my cousin too, because she doesn't like onions and like most of the veggies that go in the pasta salad. So my
Which is
aunt has
crazy because my mom didn't like onions. Like, who does that now? It's crazy. Once I got older. Anyway, keep going.
like,
Yeah,
why?
keep
So
going.
my
Keep going.
aunt would
Keep going.
make like a special dish for my cousin and then another dish for everybody else. But it's, you got the pasta salads. You got, listen, I have a whole video that I found that I was able to get digitized. It was my grandmother and one of your cousins, them Gidries.
Hey, shout out to the Gittries.
The Gidries. They were both in, I believe because my grandmother, I think it was two garages. One of them, when I say they was barbecuing the hell out of the barbecue meat. Like it was everything out there. And so and then my mom even told me, she said that was one of,
The pig was
yeah,
present.
the pig was there. It was present. And it was, she said that, with my grandmother being just, very, how do I put it? She was a real deal chef. She was. And she only respected a few people on the grill and in her kitchen, and Gidry was one of them. So I just thought that was really cool. But to be able to see that in real time, like, yeah, I remember going to that party or that reunion, but to see the video of it, it was like,
That could have been cause we know each other. That could have been cousin Clarence and his wife, cousin Lily Bell, cause they used to
what
throw down in their kitchen, man. Shout
I
out to New
will.
Bethel Baptist Church. They
Yeah,
know.
it was a
You
New
know,
Bethel
you know.
connection.
You
You
know, you know.
already
Yeah,
know. Glen
you
Harbor,
know.
Michigan,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Town Line
Definitely.
Road.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
already know.
yeah. If you know,
That
you
was a
know.
Town Line connection.
Come on now. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to share that video with you because it was just like, I mean, talking stuff, grilling. It was great. It was it
Yeah.
was great. And
Share with me
then,
because I want to see because them definitely, that's family.
oh, it's
When I was
so
just
good.
telling you about my great grandmother, like that's that side of the family. Yeah, because she's an
It's
Austin.
priceless.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
even the, yeah. I'm not sure too because there's some X-rated stuff in there too. X-rated as in like poetry. It was
Well, it's family.
my
It's family.
granddaddy's friends. You're amongst family. You're amongst family.
NC-17.
I mean, yeah, NC-17, not X, because clearly it wasn't no sex going
Right,
on.
right,
But yes,
right, 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 right.
NC-17.
NC-17.
Thank you. Yes, it,
All
it
right.
it gave me a peek into. I said, "Oh, this is what they were talking about at cookouts when the kids weren't around." Got it.
Correct. Correct. Now we know.
Correct. Play your part. Stay in your place.
Correct.
Got it.
Correct. That would be, I don't know if that's what we're going, like the whole, like the overview of the cookout.
Yeah.
Play your part and stay in your place. That's everything. I would tell that
Yeah.
to the little kids. When all of a sudden you're around your cousins and you want to do something extra, play
Mm-hmm.
your part and
Parts.
stay in your place. When all of a sudden you think you the man because you done brought somebody up in here and you want to treat her wrong, and then all of a sudden, because the elders say, play your part and stay in your place. You understand what I'm saying? Because she came here with you, not you finna put her in a place. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. We finna tell
Yep.
you how we structure this out as
Yep.
men and women in this family. So yeah, I feel you. Yep. Yeah. But you go, the songs. I got a few that do it for me at a
Okay.
cookout. Sounds of Blackness, Optimistic. I don't know if you remember Sounds of Blackness, Optimistic.
The blackness, keep on.
You playing it.
That's it. Because, we do not own the rights
Yeah.
to any of this music. But if you know, you know. If you put that on, if you're not talking about optimism for us, maybe we need to workshop it for you. All right? The other one is Happy Feelings. I do Happy Feelings from Maze and Beverly, Maze and Frankie Beverly, excuse me, because as my grandmother was making her transition, she stayed her last week at my mother's home.
Mhm.
That's where she passed away. And as I left work, as I got on the street, I would play that song. So that song is just deep for me,
Mhm.
and get me there. So because if you know somebody's that didn't raise you, they ailing, you better have some happy feelings.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Oof. Yeah. Yeah.
that do it for me. And then the third and last one is Algary. Lord Algary.
Which one? Which one?
And it's crazy because in comparison of your family, you're talking about ballroom, you're talking about stepping. But I grew up where a lot of my elders were older. And even now today, I hung out with my aunt and we were on the streets of New York City and a few of my other friends. And we up here playing songs from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, but you be
Mhm.
surprised at the people that just comes around. And it was hip hop, it was R&B, because hip hop been around, since the late 70s. So,
Yeah.
it was just it's a cultural movement, especially with hip hop was born in the Bronx, and I live a few stops from the Bronx, so it was great, But my people love old school music, and old school that means even if you can't dance like myself,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
you can still enjoy yourself with old school music. So, the dish
Yes.
spaghetti. And some people are specifically men, that's a whole cultural thing and we'll talk about it another time, anti spaghetti. However, I trust every female in my family. So I've always liked spaghetti. That is a dish. I think it feeds a multitude of our family. And so yeah, spaghetti it is when it comes to for our family. If I had to do a second, I guess now all of a sudden I've been grew into this barbecue person that everybody believes in me, but I get nervous every time that I fire up that grill. But my family has really taken into the cookout season when it comes to barbecuing, and I do that. So that would be my two dishes when it
Okay.
comes to for a cookout. Damn, that was a lot. No.
I
I felt like I could talk about the family reunion a lot,
already know.
just, and I think because, kids are out of school, this is a bubbly time, especially when you work with, young people. Like you see them on a day-to-day basis outside of shout out to the teachers who really see them, but they do the 9 to 10 month grind.
Yeah.
So when the ones that don't see, kids on a day-to-day basis, they get a lot of energy. And so I used to get like a lot of energy. I work with kids in the summer, but now I got them full time in foster care, so it's just a lot, So it's cool. It's cool, but it's family, and you're creating culture, because
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
family reunions and cookouts is about, is creating culture.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
I just feel like it's just a spark to just do more family events.
Uh, well, you got any plan this year?
Just the one that's the family reunion that's next weekend, that's locally, and yeah.
All right. Well,
So once this episode actually publishes, it'll be after the fact, so I can just tell y'all like, yeah, we got a family reunion, but you won't be there. Uh, so we'll go. You can't crash that one. This one will come out after the reunion. All right. Try to crash the next one. All right.
Mm-mm.
So we're gonna move on to Foolishness Files, the cookout that went left. Or do we want to go straight into rapid fire? I feel like we might want to go into rapid fire because we've been kind of talking about the Foolishness Files anyway. So you want to go straight
It's
into
it's your call. It's your
Let's
call.
go into rapid fire round
Boom.
reunion mix. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it gets a little touchy on social media. That's why I love when we come up with rapid fire because people are like, that ain't the one I picked. It's okay. It's a this or it's a that. You ready?
Hold on. I'm ready now. I just wanted to get you all hyped.
Bring it on. Your favorite reunion t-shirt slogan you've seen. One more
My,
time. Did you need me to
uh,
repeat it?
yeah. That didn't sound right.
Your favorite reunion T-shirt slogan you've seen. You know what? I was off camera before because I think I found that T-shirt. So, you give me yours, and I'm gonna just bring out the T-shirt.
Nah.
Bring
actually,
it.
actually, you caught me off guard because because that's how I was like, no, I'm not ready. So you caught me off guard. So I was trying to Google it real fast, but um, I don't think I have one that was funny, but I got one to say we got this.
Ooh, okay,
We
okay,
got this.
okay,
That was funny
okay.
because we got this is, but realistically, it is your family. We got this.
Okay, I mean, I'll give you that.
That's all I got.
So mine would be the family reunion that I said I was a part of planning in 22.
Damn,
So
you trying to stun on us.
I'm stunned. So we had this, and then if you're for the culture, you're gonna recognize this.
Oh yeah. Legendary. That's Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince.
Yes, that's what we did. So we did our whole theme after Fresh Prince of Bel Air. So it was
Uh,
really a
good
cool
thing.
experience.
Good thing. Good thing. Good thing. Who was Aunt Viv?
Hmm.
Who's your Aunt Viv?
My aunt Viv is my aunt Barbie. My aunt Barbara. That's Aunt Viv.
All right. All right.
Yeah. That is a spicy gone. Yeah, that's Aunt Viv for sure.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
What's your best cookout snack or dessert?
Well, one, I don't really do desserts like that. So give me watermelon. I know it may be stereotypical, but I'm here with my cousins. When can I be a stereotype? You know what I mean? Like, come on now. We know that they gave us salt to put on that watermelon. We know that, and now I actually, what was it? You were with me, 2020 or 2021. We did mustard on the watermelon. Remember?
Was that so? That had to been 2020.
It was 2020 or 20. No, it was 21. It's 21. We did mustard on
You talking
watermelon.
when it was at my house?
No, we were at Lawton.
Oh yeah, that wasn't 2020. Yeah. Okay.
Shout out. Shout out to Lawton.
Listen, Lawton is where I saw a snake jump in the air into that little pond.
Come
I'll
on now.
never forget it.
Look, we got
Never.
that footage. We got that
I was
footage.
like, so we got snakes out here,
They real. I mean,
and they jumping.
they trying to get in that water.
He heard that frog and he was like, I'm on it. It's
Yeah.
scary. And I was like, oh, he's like jumping. Okay, well, aside from the mosquitoes, I'm done for the night. Okay, God bless and good night.
That was
So
Lawton.
what's my snack or dessert? My snack or dessert? Pound cake.
That's funny. Because
It's not
I
as
don't know
messy.
if you know this, but your grandma used to get her pound cakes from my grandma. Because your grandma twin, that's when she lived in Kalamazoo. She would drive down every Wednesday to get a pound cake from my grandma. For some odd reason, they thought my grandma was, well, excuse me, shout out to my grandma. Now they thought,
Hello. Hello.
hell yeah. Well, my grandma slapped my face right now.
Hello. You'd be like, you 80, you know.
Right. And I love pound cake. One of the few cakes I like. It's pound cake. But yeah, she used to come down. I remember when she moved away, and then she was like, nope, I come down here every Wednesday for that pound cake. So that was their thing. And I remember your grandma a few times, because your grandma's mean as her. But every once in a while we sing a pound cake. But no, your grandma was mean.
You know, she ain't care either.
She didn't care.
Ain't
She
care.
didn't care.
Many times I was like, my mother grew up with this. But
Mm.
yeah, go ahead.
Right, your grandma's mean.
Woo. I'm like, she was mean, but people loved her. I mean,
Yeah,
would
yeah, yeah.
they gonna fight to sit next to her? I was like, or as my dad used to say, I don't know how you sign up for abuse. We didn't teach you this.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it was funny. It was funny.
I be wanting to be around family. So yeah, I would say pound cake, even though I know that her caramel cake, most of her desserts were legendary. It was always the pound cake for me. Because I feel like you could put like some fruit on it. I can still break it off. It's not going to crumble so much. It's not
Yeah.
messy. If it's
Pound
really
cake
good, I
came
don't
with
need a whole
coffee.
lot.
They would do coffee and pound cake.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they would give the men.
Mm.
You know you're younger when they say, well, this is what the men get, you know.
Yes. You are not alone. Okay. A reunion tradition you love.
A reunion tradition that I love is any dance that that brings everybody together. I know I'm out. You know, I'm the odd man out. I can't dance. I ain't gonna be there, but at least I can record. I can record now. They done gave us phones and shit. I can record, but outside of that, yeah, yeah. But I like it because even the people that had a hard time walking, they gonna get their ass up. You know, because everybody's moving. You know what I'm saying? So it's fun. It's fun. That way, it gives everybody energy. So that's one tradition that I love about the cookout.
My tradition that I love is the family photos when you're able to break it down by family. So, kind of like who belongs to who, the conversations that are held while we're trying to get people together, the cousins that are cussing you out because there's some unknown photographer has rolled up and took a photo of us and then trying to sell this photo back to us, and then it's like, oh, ah. So yeah, it's always the photos because at the end of the reunion, when it's over, we went our separate ways, and people are like, okay, but who got the photos? So there will always be a friend. It's like if I'm in charge of them, you're gonna get them the same day. I'm not
But
editing anything, but you're gonna get them the same day.
two things. One, I got a chance to get so many photos. I can't wait to share some of them with you. You know, and I just told you, before about,
Yeah,
and then, well, earlier, not before.
yeah, yeah.
And then secondly, is there any place that you know that's doing the disposable cameras, like developing the photographs?
Walgreens is still doing it.
Okay, all right, that's
Yeah.
good to know
Oh,
because
but then I think they were saying that with the disposables, I think you have to send those off. So if you wanted to print photos like from your phone or from your camera, send them in, you're able to print them there. But for a disposable, no, I think that they're sending those off somewhere else.
I found 50,
Disposable cameras.
and I knew I had them because my mom and I have been talking about it since the late '90s, early 2000s. So I know these are like pictures. Disposables came out like during that period of time, and we would get disposables, but we would never turn them in.
Oh, see, I ain't play that. I was turning them all in.
Well, we were poor. We couldn't just turn in the cameras and stuff like that.
Okay.
Single parent, two parent. I'm just saying, it's our
I
era.
was a two-parent by then.
Well, I'm just telling you, I'm
My
just
dad was
telling you over here.
retired.
Look,
He's retired
we
and
started
different.
off, we started and ended.
Just saying. Once he retired, he was like, I'm on fixed income. And I was like, you're not even 50.
Oh,
What are we talking
man.
about?
But he had already worked. He had already served his military. He had already worked 25 years. That's a different
30.
lifestyle. And now I don't know if I don't know, I don't want to dive into politics. Hopefully they trying to turn that back in now, but I don't know where we're going. So let's stay with the family reunion.
Yes. One thing that guarantees is going to be a good time.
I'm there. I'm there. Yeah, yeah.
Right. It ain't fun unless I show up.
I think that I remember going off to college, and then everybody calling, and they had to pass the phone around. So I'm gonna play my part. And so ever since I came back, you damn right. I guess that's why now I'm on the barbecue grill. You damn right. I bring the music. You damn right. I look without me.
You gonna what? Catch a vibe, because that's actually the color that I was painting during this episode. Is catch a
Come on
vibe,
now,
and that's a
catch a
vibe.
vibe. Shout
That's
out.
a
Let's see
vibe.
it. Put it in the camera. I can't see it. What color is that?
I don't. It's
Okay, orangey.
like a
Oh,
coral. Actually, what my
okay. All
inner
right. All right. Come on now. I'm a black man. You think I orange, coral, reddish? Same thing. What are we talking about here?
birdies. Okay, so a game you refuse to play because it always starts drama. You already know what I'm finna say.
Uno. I'm probably the only person or the 10%er in the family. I don't like Uno at all. Don't like it. Everybody got different rules, from stacks to doubles to I don't want it. I always tell people, I grew up an only child, so some games don't make no damn sense to me. And that's one. I understand people like to do it, but realistically, it was about counting. And y'all doubles and triples and throwing, now y'all ain't even about that. Y'all done put tonk and spades and hearts into Uno. I'm good. I can even probably give a Petracuccia on it. And if you don't know, now you know. Probably could.
Every
Yep.
day I wonder why are we still friends, because um, I'm going to tell you all very quickly that it's been plenty of times that our good brother Jeffrey has tried to teach me spades, and I play too much. I'm very dramatic. I don't sit still. No, I haven't been diagnosed with anything, but maybe I should take a test or two. But spades.
The recipe for not knowing. You just gave it. You just gave the recipe for
Wait,
not knowing.
I'm actually covering up Jeffrey's frame on the camera. Spades. I feel like, because I think it's funny to renege, and I know that even with
It ain't.
reneging,
It ain't.
I know. How about I didn't learn about running a Boston until I spent some time with my brother in Naperville, Illinois, and he said the many nights that we would play card games, I never taught you spades. I said, you never taught me spades. We always play Uno. He said, I have failed as your brother. He said, because when he said run a Boston, I was like, what is that? He said, what?
13,
So
baby.
the fact that I didn't get that back then for the best man when it came out in the late 90s, like 99. The fact that I didn't get it, and then when the reboot came out and the series came out on Peacock, I was like, oh yeah, it's an ode to what he said, and I don't know what running a Boston is.
So you
Y'all
just
were so ruthless and cussed everybody out. I hated it. I didn't even want to.
Yeah. It's kind of like I'll give you this example. You like Uno, right?
Yeah, I love it. I love
What if
Phase
somebody
10.
reneging Uno?
Or what if someone
Okay,
threw
then
down
you
the
see that
draft?
you see that that perspiration or aspiration. Just get,
Moving along.
we're done.
I wasn't
But I
there
will-
for this one, but you know this.
I will throw it out here though, Ronnika. Over the last 5 years, no, I'll say the last 3 years, I'm more into card games. Again, I mentioned only kid, really didn't do card games. I learned how to play Monopoly by acting that I was 4 different people on the board.
The game
that
of
was-
life.
That was the only way. Well, when you're only kid, that's the only way you're gonna know. Cause anyway, but what I've learned is now in those reunions or those cookouts with my family, the elders in my family now love card and board games.
Huh,
So I'm getting an
all of them.
opportunity to do like the kid stuff, with adults. And so you get adults games, the kid games, so you get a chance to learn it. So it's like reliving. Well, I wouldn't say reliving because I didn't live it, but it's like going through a little bit of a childhood a little bit again. So it's pretty
Hmm.
cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This has been such a great episode because now it's time to say goodbye
Oh
to
man,
all my
already?
family.
Yeah, this is
I
long.
will not give any money to Disney. Um,
Disney.
yeah, because I was finna, the whole, that was the closing for, the little
Yeah,
ears.
correct, correct.
Ears. Okay. So I want to be able to invite our listeners on this journey with us as we are going through these stories. We're going back down memory lane. Is what are some of your reunion, or if you've never had one, if you want to plan one, and you're like, this is what I envision my reunion to look like, or if you even been a part of one, we want to hear those stories. If you need help, listen. If anything, I'm here to help with the family reunion. Now, just know that it's not gonna be easy. It's not, but
It's not
it's
gonna be
totally
what?
gonna be worth it. It's not gonna be easy, but it's
Okay,
gonna
now.
be worth it. Um, but yeah, but I am looking forward to our next episode because we will be in the month of
Yeah.
August,
No, no,
which is
no. We still be here. We still here.
no, we won't. Not the way we've been recording. We're gonna be in the month of August by the next episode.
You think so? Not on the G. So I guess I missed pre-production this week, and we're going on a hiatus for a few
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah, yeah. When the kids told me this is how you make a heart, I said, "What? I'm gonna get shot
That ain't
somewhere."
that ain't how we used to make hearts.
No, this
Yeah.
is not how you make a heart, y'all.
Come on now.
This is GD going down. Like, no, this is how the kids make a heart now. So I'm still gonna rock with this, but we still want to remind our listeners, which is our family, our homies, to subscribe, to review, like and review, both on YouTube or wherever you listen to the podcast. Be sure to share with a friend that shares with a friend that shares with a friend. And
Just share
listen,
with a friend. I
that
got one
shares with
friend.
an
Come
additional
on now.
friend.
That's right.
Because I mean, clearly you're here because you love stories and we want you to be able to share with your homies, okay?
Come on now.
Do you have any additional thoughts, Brother Jeffrey?
Yes, I do. Thank everybody for giving us your time, your space, your energy, and your laughter. I didn't hear it personally, but I know you laughed, um, because I know I did.
Hello.
Um, Lastly, enjoy your summer. Obviously, we'll be back in August. We appreciate it. And you can find me at Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic, Fantastic World, all one word, on Instagram, or Jeffrey Booker, Jeffrey Booker, Booker on Facebook, and co-host.
Where you gonna find me is Ronnika Ronnika Williams on Instagram, and I am Ronnika Ronnika Williams on Facebook. Now, do know that there's a couple of us, and yes, I am friends with them. Other Ronnika Williams. Shout out to Ronnika Williams out there in Texas, girl. My store. So it's really cool to just connect with you all, but be sure to, I mean, not just follow along, but engage with us because we do talk back.
Yes, we do.
So
Just,
until
just, just a,
go ahead.
just a little bit by the way. That was my first like little pass. That was my first assist to you. I was a little timid, but I'm glad that you was able to slam dunk it. Shout out to Ronnika Williams all over the world because we believe in all of them. It's on you. We believe in all of them. Yes, we do. Yeah.
We do this because of you all, and we do this because we love it, and we do this because we love engaging with you all. So after we record this episode, just know that we're going to be on Facebook Live on a Thursday night when I don't have to work on a Friday, so it's even more enjoyable that I'm ready to interact with you all. But until next
I have to work
time,
on Friday, but we will. Nah, I'm just messing. Let's get it.
I'm like, until next time, y'all. This is the Please Do Tell podcast with your homegirl Ronnika and my homie for life.
Come on now, it's me, Mr. JB.
All right, we'll see you next time. Woo!
All right now.